everybody,
Cool.
welcome back to another episode. Today we have Diksha and Nitya from the Ditto Ice Cream. They are the co-founders of Ditto Ice Cream, which is a dairy-free and a wonderful ice cream brand based in Bangalore, and maybe very soon they would come all over. Again, so thank you very much for being here, and I really appreciate it that you joined me. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, so the first question to you guys would be, if you can, one by one, go ahead and introduce yourself to us.
Sure. So, I'm Nitya. She's Diksha. So, yes.
Okay, great.
Um, yeah.
No
I'm an
worries.
architect and we are classmates. So, we've been hanging out since the long time and we realized that Diksha is lactose intolerant and being architects, it's a practice for us that you see a problem, you find a solution. Right? So that's how we started, searching out, okay, what do we do? We want to eat an ice cream which is not going to harm and all that, right? So that's how we started discovering our journey into, okay, where's the vegan ice cream now? So
Yeah.
all that was happening. And yeah, I'm quite interested into art, food, photography, architecture. So
Okay.
all that naturally pulled us towards starting something totally new, which we didn't expect. And yeah.
As she said, we are classmates. I'm also an architect.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much we got along and started this journey together because of that, the lactose intolerance and trying to find desserts so that we can eat. Then I'm interested in holistic life. So I've done acupuncture and then architecture. I'm interested in art. So basically, we are both very attuned with what similarities we have as to the passions and everything.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then so we started this thing with a holistic approach since we realized what is required for the body and how you can nourish it and make it better so that the life becomes better. So that's how it
Yes.
went along, and we are blessed to
Okay.
be giving
Okay.
this to the world.
And was the reason to start Ditto Ice Cream only because you were lactose intolerant, and or was there also some different reason?
That yeah, that was the
Base
trigger
of it,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, like okay, there's a requirement like this,
It
and
was, I would say, mostly for us in the beginning because we wanted to, have something healthy and something that we could consume.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it was an R&D.
for a year long, right?
Yeah, and then
I was like, you need to give this out to people. Like, you're crazy, right? You're making such amazing stuff and you just keep it for yourself. God knows how many people are going to be out there looking out for a product like this. And we should take it out for people and, make it more accessible. And then she's like, no, I'm not doing this. And then, yeah, somehow it worked out because we met a lot of people like her, especially little kids who
Yeah.
were like 4-year-old, 3-year-old, and having much more complications than what we have. We were shocked to hear that people are allergic to banana, cashew nut. I think we didn't even hear that when we were kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was so new. And then we felt like it's a purpose that we need to follow. We felt connected when we saw those kids being so joyful eating
Yeah.
something we have made. And we thought, I think we should change our journey, start something new together. And yeah, in 2019, we officially launched and then started taking private orders and giving it out in other restaurants and all of that. So yeah, it's going great so far.
Okay. Okay. And this that thing is so true that the same thing happened with me even. That I never thought somebody could, like I was that dairy lover. I could eat cheese or drink 10 glasses of milk or drink coffee, that I would never ever think about it. And then
Yeah.
I come back here, I just explore things. Then I start doing my podcast, and second episode I have maybe I don't know if you know the activist named Ankit. I meet him and I do a podcast with him. He says dairy is harming the planet, dairy is not good for the body, it's so adulterated.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god, I've been consuming it every day. And he even said that there are people who can't consume and they're lactose intolerant. I'm like, who are the people who can even not consume and are allergic to dairy? It was impossible even to think. And nuts also, it was, things are very weird. And when I went vegan, when I started reading the labels behind what it has, then I got to know, yes, people are even allergic to soy, wheat, and
Yeah.
so many things. So yeah, that thing's so true. And yeah, so moving forward towards the question, what really is Retro Ice Cream all about? Of course, you said we want to provide healthy options of ice cream and good ice cream, but more, what is the bigger picture more than ice cream you as a company wish to see and
More, yes. So we want to give people conscious food. That's the bigger picture of Ditto right now. Because what we, like she said, she's been doing acupuncture, and we realized what makes us different from animals,
Yeah.
right? It's the food. Animals can't cook food, they can eat, right?
yeah.
But we can cook and eat, we can make so many things out of it, and such a beautiful thing. And it gives us a lot of energy. And the kind of food you eat matters a lot. And any day, I'm sure you would agree with us, you would say, my mom's food is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do we say that? Because of the kind of love, passion she puts into it and she makes. All of us say my mom's food is the best,
Best.
right? So we don't get this sort of thing outside. It's like, yeah, you pay, this just made, and then it comes to you. So we want to bring in that aspect of,
Intentional.
intentionally made to
Yes.
heal people, not just give some alternative and get away with it. No. And so basically, it should be good for your body, mind,
Mind
and soul.
Okay.
So that's the
Okay,
thing.
great, wonderful. And how, what was the starting phase of the company? You got to know, you created your own, and then you came together, you said, okay, let's start at the start making ice creams. So what were the first phases, and how was everything going? And that things are like very hard already, and we have hundred of, as we are in India, there are hundred of government documents which are needed, even to sell something. And you have to build trust in people and all those things. So how was the starting phase of the company? What were the problems, and how did things happen there?
Um, I would say it started off, as she said, that she was asking me if we can start something like this. And we made a pact like, okay, if we go approach a restaurant and see if it works out, like if they are ready to accept some product this way, then we'll think about making it a company.
Okay.
So we are so grateful for Energy Weight Cafe.
Okay.
We approached them. Yeah.
That was actually a challenge for me. She said, if this restaurant agrees, only then we're going to start the company. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
So, it was like do or die situation. And luckily, it worked out.
Yeah.
And then we started.
Yeah, the journey started from there. Then slowly it picked up with personal
Events.
orders and events. Luckily, we were fortunate that a lot of events started, like Wilder Fest, Kind Fest, and many other organic fests. So we kind of trialed and displayed our range of ice creams there. There were non-vegans and vegans who loved it. And we,
Yeah. Then we started approaching more restaurants. And then we started promoting on the social media and all that. To be honest, like we said, since we are architects, no clue on the business side
no clue on
whatsoever.
the food side of the industry.
Both.
Okay.
And yeah, and we started figuring out one by one. Like every time we go to an event, there are already these guys with the FSSI, and then they're like, have you gotten this done? Have you gotten that done? And we're like, oh yeah, do we need all that? Why don't we need all that for our mom to cook something in the kitchen? But when it comes to selling, we need a lot of paperwork to be done. And it was completely new, but we enjoyed the whole process. But
Very candid, I would
yeah,
say. Yeah.
the way we started the business was also very candid. We're doing and we're learning something. We're like, okay, let's incorporate it. But the funniest thing out of all till date, which we could not believe, was we're not going to say where exactly we went, but we approached few people asking that our shelf life of the product is a little low because there are a lot of people approaching from other states. So give us a natural way we could preserve. And they were like, ma'am, these things are permitted by the government itself. You please add these things.
Like, there is no other way if you don't add it. We're like, no, we would rather try out a different way to, approach this rather than putting all of these to the ice cream.
Yeah, but that was shocking for us because even the government is not having any ways or say
Strict.
research done where they can actually preserve it naturally without adding certain things. And yeah, we came back, we said scrap all of it. It doesn't matter if we don't go pan India, but we need to give some real good food. And yeah. So we are a little slow compared to a lot of other companies out there who go like bam and then they're all over and all of that. We haven't been doing any of that. And
Okay.
we would quite organic.
Yeah, we
All
would
of the
still
orders.
continue to take it organic.
Yeah. All of the orders we get is mostly word of mouth.
Okay.
Like 80% of it, and then a little bit of posting and collaborations like this. What we do, and then there are a few people putting out word for behalf of us, has been doing all the marketing for us.
Okay.
But we haven't done any numbers on the paper and say like, okay, I need to touch 1 CR, 2 CR. No, but we are like, let's reach out to 1,000 people, 10,000 people. I think that's on our goal sheet, but
Okay.
not the money aspect.
Okay. Great.
So, yeah.
Mhm. And like I just even saw that it's the shelf life is very small. So does you like, don't you feel any time that we should try adding preservatives because it's going to give us bigger shelf life? And because we are humans, we attempt to think, of course, I'm like, I'm going to give everything good to my customer, I'm going to give great product to my customer. But the human mind is like, okay, money, why can't I add that and earn more money? So like, even that happens with you. And why do you wish like we keep it without preservatives and give it natural? What's your intention behind that?
We wouldn't eat it ourselves. So we
So
don't want to
it's
give.
not like we haven't tried it, but we have tried with a lot of naturally based preservatives, very close to natural, but they do have chemicals in them. So when we experimented with them, the taste of the ice cream entirely changes.
Mm-hmm.
We in ourselves don't feel like eating it. So
Okay.
why would we even give it to people? No, when we don't eat it, then it's not should not be given to another person.
And sometimes it didn't go well with her. Sometimes it was acting funny in the body because it's been quite some time that we've been vegan and we're eating good food, like avoiding all the preservatives, additives, and all of that. And when we saw a change, the feel you have totally changed, and we were like, it's okay that maybe we might not be doing um, numbers which will take us onto far spaces, but solely we should be satisfied. There shouldn't be some person coming back and be like, you know what, I ate your product and we fell ill, or like we said in the starting, like it shouldn't be just good for your mouth. It should also be good for your body.
Body.
And it should heal you. and that would be like going against what we stand for.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But definitely we're open for any sort of technology
that comes up
or
with natural ingredients,
yeah,
we would be
Okay.
open for that.
yeah,
Okay.
we're definitely open.
Okay, and how as a company you try, because we are in uh we are in such a time and such an era, which is we evolve. Nobody knew that after in just 6 months the life is going to be so different that a kid is going to learn in front of a camera, that in front of a
Yeah.
laptop. That was
Yes.
not even, nobody even knew what is online classes, and we are in that phase. So world evolves. So how do you think as a company you're gonna going to be evolving, and how do you think you're going to keep yourself updated to those trends in the market? Because it's impossible to uh it's impossible to satisfy everybody. It's impossible to everybody loves you at every moment of your life. Today I can love
True.
Ditto ice cream, tomorrow I can hate it. It's like that. So how do you think as a company you're going to evolve, and how you're trying to evolve again and again?
By bringing something new because that's what we keep doing, right? We adapt to the changes, we learn about the conditions and then bring in the new thing. So what we've been observing that after lockdown is that everybody has become more conscious about the food, because the time came and it said it's all depending on your immunity,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Now, how do we keep good immunity? By eating right, by knowing, understanding your body, how it responds to each and every ingredient. Now, people are switching for
Healthier alternatives.
healthier alternatives, right? And not just that, we also noticed that, when COVID happened and then everything was going down, we thought, okay, we were just picking up our business and what's going to happen. The most unexpected thing was that the business just went.
Okay.
There was absolutely
No stop
no
or-
stop. People were calling back to back, and they're like, "We trust you guys. Please make it." And we're like, "Guys, it's COVID. Let's be precautious." I like, see, listen, you have no idea. I have kids at home.
Yeah.
I need it.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, I mean, business can't stop this way. We need to find ways. And that's when we rework with the way packaging would happen. And we
Took a break of a week in between
every
each,
cycle
yeah.
of ice cream we did, so that, because the delivery boys would have come and gone. And we evolved
With COVID.
with COVID, like on spot. Yeah, you
Okay.
have to be quick with whatever has been happening. You can't take too much time and panic and all that. It's all trial and error. So
Yeah.
just go with the flow.
Yeah.
I think people will figure out their ways.
So
Okay.
we would come up with more desserts based along with ice cream, and give a different experience.
Yeah.
That's the evolved.
That's how we evolve. And as of now, we don't know after 6 months what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But what we are sure of that is we're capable to handle the demand as it comes.
Yeah.
So we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And like, did it make your business better, or did it affect you more, as because of
it,
COVID?
it, it definitely did better for us.
Okay.
That was the true test, and we realized how much our customers trust us, because
And it did channelize us into
yeah,
like it did give us a direction. We were into B2C and B2B together, and it was always a tug of war between us as to which one we'll pursue more. So the COVID thing did show us like what's the direction that's promising, and
yeah,
all of that.
that was an advantage for us, that
Yeah.
we had both kind of income. The B2B became zero and the B2C picked up.
Yeah. 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 True.
Yeah, and people should have that one source of stream
Yeah.
is not good.
Okay. Okay. and at a personal level, what did you both of learn from creating the toy script? It's because it's I think how that love you have in in your heart for the toy script, because it's created, it's like your own baby which you have been handling for yourselves. So what did you learn giving the birth to this baby, and what did you learn handling this baby with you?
What I learned was that what we knew out there is so little. There's so much to explore. There's so much untouched, and we can give a lot. We can all do a lot, and collectively, if people come forward, things can change in no matter of time. And what people really look for is not the aesthetics. It's all temporary, but people really want to see that care, that love.
Yeah.
They it's the human connection which is being more valued, because before we both starting Ditto personally, uh, we do know a lot of people, especially my husband, and his whole family is into business, and all the time they talk about is numbers, marketing, and there's so many things going all around, and I'm like, oh my god, business is tough. There's so much to, and even before things are being put out, there's so much of thing going on,
Yeah.
and when it comes to reality, it's nothing like what you would have planned.
Yeah.
You have to keep adapting and changing and all that,
True.
right? So definitely, I think I learned a lot more than what I could learn in college. I should have started this long back, so I would have had more practical knowledge. Definitely, it's given personal growth and career wise a lot of growth compared to where we had reached when we were 23 years old in this 4 years. Yes, it's been very progressive.
So for me, Ditto, in a personal level, has changed. I've become more stronger,
Okay.
self-reliant,
Uh-huh.
and then the love you have is what you can give to the world. So, of course, I started loving myself more.
Yeah.
Stems there.
Okay. Okay.
Then working with people, each and everything becomes joyful and very healthy. Like, entire life becomes healthier and you're happy,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And professionally, yeah, made me realize business is not something that you need to have numbers and stick to the goal, achieve it, just keep running behind something. It's more of a fun evolvement, like keep evolving, you're
Mm-hmm.
having fun in that,
Yeah.
teamwork and a lot of things.
Eventually, now it's like we don't know what's our work life or what's our.
Yeah.
We don't feel like, okay, array Sunday kab aayega, all that.
Okay.
Nothing. It's going
Yeah.
really great, and we're happy with whatever has been happening so far.
And I hope it is shown in the company also that we are having fun and loving
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And what do you see the future of Ditto Ice Cream as? Like, how do you wish your company, which you have created by yourself, by your ideas, to be? How do you see it more bigger? Do you want to have more branches, or do you wish more customers? How do you see it in the future, and what do you wish for that?
Definitely, we have to branch out, but now is not the right time because the demand is not so high.
Okay.
That
Plus, people have to settle into this new changes. So,
it'll take some time, and you can't cover the overheads, and you'll have to end up overpricing the product,
Yeah.
which is not right. And so I think when time comes, we'll do that. But in the near future, what we really look forward to is it, and we want to create a space where you experience food, not just
yeah.
eat food. So we have a lot of ideas and the how the construction is going to be of the place. So we've been working on that. I think it's not too late. In 1-2 years, we should be seeing that unexpected
Yes.
growth of what people are looking forward for. And when time's right, we'll definitely be out there uh, giving more than just ice creams.
Okay, okay. And do you think the virus has made people realize about their food choices and has made people choose more than non-vegetarian, vegetarian, vegan food, which is more better. It's everything is plant, everything is coming from plant, and there's nothing of mixing or something. So do you think that coronavirus has given people more towards selecting vegan options in India, more than India and Bangalore? Like, do you think that?
It definitely
Yeah.
gave a platform for people to give it a thought. It was a food for thought episode, but we saw both sides. There were few people who made a change,
Yeah.
and we saw a lot of people who were like, "I don't care. I will eat. I'll be the same dumb person who I was."
Okay.
So it definitely gave people a chance, but yeah, they're both kinds of people. But
Okay.
yeah, the smart ones made the switch.
True.
The dumb ones still stay there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, you want to add something?
I would say people were at home. They did think about their health because most of the time they had to cook it themselves, and they can't be going out to
Yeah.
a restaurant or take away because they were fearful of the virus coming.
Yeah.
But since the lockdown recently is lifted off, people have become a little relaxed. The lifestyle is merging, that they're going back to their old ways also. But there is a significant build-up of veganism and vegan options in a lot of cafes, restaurants. Yeah,
But definitely the word is out there.
yeah, the
People
industry
know.
is picking up.
People
There's
know.
no doubt in that.
Mhm. And have you what like after, as you started Ditto, as you said, the thing was we wanted to create an ice cream because Diksha had she was lactose intolerant, and maybe she's even now. uh, so
She is still, and I became lactose intolerant.
okay, okay, and
Yeah, that's a fact actually I wanted to share with you. We
That
realized
humans
all
are,
of us are lactose intolerant naturally. Did you know that?
true, yeah. Yeah, I was reading somewhere that
humans are.
85% of Indians are lactose intolerant, but they do consume
Right.
things, dairy.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so my question to you was, did you guys, did you, the reason to start, creating ice creams and giving people that love from your, which you, got to know and start eating, and we wanted to give that love to people also of that, enjoying that non-dairy ice cream. So was it just because, like, I just want to know, were you guys started this because you were only lactose intolerant, and did you even started gaining that kindness and a thought of changing your lifestyles and getting better, and going into veganism, which could change your body, help your body become better? So was that also, after, of course, because the reason I think you guys, at the first stage, it was because your Diksha was lactose intolerant, but after that, when you started doing it, you got to know, because if there is something also called veganism, and we can even switch to ad and call ourselves vegan, and spread the good message. Was that also the thing, and did you develop that in the future when you started Ditto?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because when she realized this, then she started searching on what can I eat,
Yeah.
Okay.
and that's when, because nobody introduced us to veganism, we had no idea that even existed.
Yeah, that it lasted for like many years, and we didn't know that people were not drinking milk. As you said, we are conditioned into thinking milk is required.
Yeah.
So it did start that way, where I left dairy and saw that there is ample amount of changes in my body.
And then we got to know about this something called veganism, what
Yeah.
it is, why people are vegans, and we were like, okay, even the more, because that's what she learned in acupressure,
Yeah.
like how you grow the food, how, in what conditions the plants are grown, the feelings, or whatever is being put into growing that food. When you're consuming that, that's the energy you carry into your body. We all function on energy. It's not like we're dead, right? We all have some sort of energy. So what you eat is
What we are.
what we are. And you're like, oh my god, this is so right. If people are farming animals for their byproducts like honey and then milk and all of that,
Cheese.
then imagine the kind of torture they'll be going through, the
Yeah.
pain they'll be going through. And why are we even being part of such a system?
Yeah.
We should definitely get out of it. And then it was all simultaneous, going vegan and then doing ditto, exploring a lot of things in the food, like making this switch. It
And
was,
making a switch in our own lifestyle as to being more compassionate towards animals, others,
Yeah.
everything. We became more sensitive towards what we are giving and what we are taking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
I used to run away from animals, and now I have my dog finally. I'm not scared of them anymore. But yeah, it does change you inside out.
True.
yeah.
Yeah, true, very
Yes.
true. And what was the main problems at the family level? Because at the end of the day, your mother loves you. She has nothing. If you say I don't want to drink milk, that's nothing. She wants to pressurize that. She loves you and she wants you to consume it because she has made it for you from love. It's nothing that she wants. Oh, how could you
Yeah.
do it? How could you do it? It's nothing like that. I believe that it's because it's her love which says that, oh, eat it again and again. Have been
Yeah.
6 to 7 months not vegan, and my mother still tells me, why don't you take a bite, nothing happens. But no, mommy, no. Yeah, I eat everything you create, but sometimes some things are not, which I would not love to eat.
Yeah.
So that's my question to you guys. Like, like, what was the initial response by your families? Because if you say I'm lactose children, it's like they would say, oh, it's a weird thing, nothing happens. We also have grown up, we didn't have this. Would you show us life, and would you introduce us to new things? It's not, we have lived more than you and all those things. So what was your family's response when you turned vegans, or you said I can't consume it because I'm lactose intolerant?
Huh. Hard question. Because even today, I would say they sometimes tell me it's okay, eat it, it's good. But I'll be like, how could you say that? You've seen me going through a lot of doctor
Yeah.
trips and medical tablets, popping in that this. How could you say that? Like, no, it's just your mindset. I'm like, no, sorry.
Okay.
I myself didn't believe it, but when I sat and thought about it, since when I was small, whenever I used to eat ice cream in summers, I used to fall sick, like 1 or 2 fever, and it used to not go for days. And unconsciously, my dad was like, don't eat ice cream, but they didn't know that I'm dairy intolerant. That he's saying like all of this is happening. So when we realized that I'm dairy intolerant, they like slowly adapted to it. They became a little more conscious. But that one thing is always there, that okay, all these years you have been eating and drinking, you need that protein, you need that
Yeah.
nutrition and all that. So that conditioning is still there, but otherwise they themselves have adopted to it. Not eating curd, milk.
Luckily, her acupressure
Yeah.
diploma course gave her a lot of info to convince
True.
them. Yeah.
So that was there, but yeah, they were not readily accepting of the company. Also, they had a lot of iterations of worries that, oh, what's going to happen? You've learned architecture for 5 years. What did you do with it? And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. This is more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. For me, similar case. I mean, I had wheezing issues and then asthma. It used to be serious. I used to be bedridden for months together. And at one point, the amount of medication that had gone into my body, I stopped responding to any medicines and
Okay.
reached a
Type of
point.
medicine.
Any medicine you give me, nothing responds. Allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurvedic, nothing. My condition would used to be same. And then I was like, Mom, give up. I'm done with this. I've reached that point. And, her doctor was the last try. I said, okay, I will come. After this, nobody's going to say anything. And then he made me quit dairy. And in a year's time, I was completely fine. So that was the time I didn't know about veganism and how food can, actually bring the change in your body, right? And in 1 year's time, everything was fine.
Okay.
Like, not even fever, little cold, cough, nothing. I was like super shocked. And I'm like, this is so great, amazing. And then my mom was like, quitting dairy helped you? Fine. Okay. Because she had seen me suffering so much, she's like, fine, if that is not doing good to you, I'm leaving you off. So with my family, they all didn't change. They all still eat. They've reduced, but instead of eating a lot, they've reduced. But slowly, as uh, the company grew and they saw people accepting what we were doing, slowly they also started understanding. Okay,
They became more involved and encouraging.
and yeah, and of course, see, but only one thing is grandparents, you can't make them understand.
Yeah.
And they'll feel bad, like, they've made something and they're asking you to eat. uh, at least I won't say no to them because I can't expect them to understand. So that's the only time I compromise. But otherwise, I think it's been easy shift. And since we got involved into a lot of food, we gave them all the alternatives from pizzas to burgers to pastas to everything they wanted.
Yeah.
So they're all sorted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And what would be your advice? The last question for this session. What would be your advice to anybody who wants to create their own company or own brand related to food or anything else? What would be your advice to them? Learning from your company.
We would say, in fact, we've met a lot of women out there who are like, oh my God, I need to start, right? There's so many things I need to look into. Guys, just go ahead and start. It doesn't matter. First, bring out your idea, do what you can do. If you don't know something, the journey will teach you, but just start anyway. People will say, like, do this course, you need to learn that, you need to know these terminologies, all of that, but trust me, it's not required. There's always a set of people who would resonate with what you believe in, and it'll come to you.
Yeah.
And if you're not looking for, like, I need name recognition, fame, I need so much money in my pocket, all of that, if you're looking forward to give out your passion, you want to share it with the world, I don't think these spreadsheets or your degrees or any of
Yeah.
that should matter.
Yeah.
Just start. That's all.
Yeah.
And another most important thing is have intention, that you go back to it all the time, even if you like waver from your path or journey. Like, because there's a lot of other outer conditions and what do you say?
Prerequisites
Yes.
of the society.
So that intention will pull you back. It will make you stick true to yourself, and in the food, that's when the taste doesn't change or anything won't change. It'll be how you started, you will end up with that itself at the end
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, I think that applies to all the businesses.
Yeah, all the businesses, in fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the food one is you can taste it. So
Yeah.
that way, yeah.
So true. So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, thank you very much. And one more thing is, I'm just got that news that you guys are launching your websites on the World Vegan Day. So
Yes.
congratulations for that and achieving that
Thank
huge
you.
milestone. Again,
Yes.
congratulations and thank you very much for being here. It was wonderful having you, both of you. I really enjoyed this
Thank you,
conversation.
Akshay.
And it was really, as Nitya said, it candid. It was really candid, and we were like very freely about talking here and having chit chatting. It was wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Yeah. All the best for yours also.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,